how I found out my wife was a thought. Yeah, I put wife just for it to be more exciting. That's how I found out my ex was a thought. Like, I really should name it. This is how I found out my ex was cheating, right? This is how I solidified it. But I didn't need to solidify it. The way our relationship was shaped, she was supposed to be cheating. Like, if you wasn't cheating, you were stupid. Like, especially at that time, because that relationship was very. You got to be careful with a turbulent relationship. You might be in a turbulent relationship, and it might be consistently turbulent, but the person don't leave it like they should, because it allows them access to do what they want and still have a significant other, right? So I had an ex, right? And we in a certain hood that I know and she doesn't, right? She's new to the place that we in, but this is a place that I frequented often since for like half my life. So I knew these people, right? I knew the who's, right? So we in this place, and she's talking to. This is how I found out that she was like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause to fuck anybody, right? This is how I found out she was a thought. Not that she was cheating, because I figured she had to be cheating just because of the way the relationship was going, right? So one day, I'm standing in the place that we in the hood that we in. I'm standing on one side of a pillar, and the door to the building of the pillars that I'm standing, it opens, but nobody knows I'm on this other side of the pillar, right? I'm putting together, I'm rolling up a joint, so and I'm outside, so I'm making sure none of the stuff spill out the paper, right? So I hear son talking. I immediately know his voice. I said, "Oh man, this cornball nigga, right?" And he was saying her name. He said her name, how she was bad. He was like, "Oh, I fuck with her. She mad cool. She bad. Ah ah ah." And I'm like, "That's funny." So curiosity gets me sometime, but I got ADHD. So as fast as curiosity I might forget. So I forgot. I'm scrolling through the internet, Instagram, Facebook. Her Facebook is suggested to me, right? And I didn't even like, man, even though we was in a relationship, we didn't have each other on social media. So her Facebook is suggested to me. I see the Facebook, so I click the profile, and who would say we mutual friends with? Me, I'm the mutual friend me and her got, the one mutual friend me and her got that's from this place is that dude that was talking about her on the side of the other day. Oh, she's so cool. She bad. Ooh, I'm glad she talked to me. She's so nice, right? So I said, oh snap, right? But I ain't think nothing of it. Cause to me, he's like, when I tell you to see this how you get to figure out cause that's anybody, they can't even tell the difference. Now this is the guy in the hood who gets, when people come together and start smoking weed or start partying, they send him to the store for the blunts. This is a grown man. They send him to the store for the ice. They be like, yo, you got your EBT card on you? And he'll look at them, he'll put like a fake sad face on, like he trying not to be sad. He don't want them to see that he's sad. And then he'll like look down and like do that thing with his shoe where he's like putting out a cigarette butt. Like, yeah, I got it. They be like, yo, you can get like 2 bags of ice. Good looking, yo, we need that. Yo, and while you there, you can see if you get a blunt from the store. And I ain't got no cash on me. Oh, you ain't got no cash on your food stamps? Nah. Niggas like, all right. Just see if I can let you borrow it. I'll pay that. I'll tell them I'll pay them later. And this is who. But the funny thing is, not to toot my own home, but I'm one of the people that was sending him to the store, right? This is fun. This is how you could, but see, thoughts don't know no better. They just out here trying to fuck anybody. Thoughts is trying to fuck anybody. And if your girl don't like you, she trying to revenge. So if she in a place and she figure out that somebody's a nobody or somebody's a somebody, she'll spread her legs to them just to piss you off, just so that person can have that over your head. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, right? So this is how deep it is with me and that kid. When I came to that hood, I used to be a pharmacist of Mary Jane. So I gave it to somebody and they gave it to him. So he was basically my number one's runner. You feel me? This who she go to, right? So now I don't know nothing yet. Now months go by. I don't know nothing yet. Months go by, right? And she left her phone open, right? She leave her phone open, and my phone ring. It's on the table. My phone ring, and I go to pick up my phone when it ring, and I notice her phone is open. So I took my finger and put it on the screen and swiped to the next screen, right? I just swiped to the next screen. That's all I did. And it was Facebook Messenger. And it said like 19 new messages. I was like, oh, ain't she popular, right? So I just left it. I just left it like that, right? So she comes out from around the bend. She was in the bathroom or something. She comes out from around the corner. She looks at she realizes her phone is open. Yeah, oh my God, her eyes went ghost mode when she came out and looked on the table, and she seen that her phone was open. She got to that phone so quick with her eyes open, and when she seen it was on Facebook, I didn't open her messenger, and I didn't go to Facebook Messenger, the app. I just swiped to the next screen, so I had mad icons, but Facebook Messenger was the one that had the 19 things, the 19 unread messages, right? And it just say 19 next to it. So she seen it, she looked, she had her eyes wide open. She put her hand on her chest a little bit. She picked up her phone, and then you could see the sigh of relief in her face when she could see the 19 messages, so she could tell her phone wasn't open, or you could see like, oh my God, whew, right? So I'm playing it P. I'm like, I was like, yeah. No, see, it was a bad time for me to be in a relationship. Because when she did that, I immediately lined up some cootie. Immediately. I was in my phone talking to the chick that I was talking to anyway. And I was like, you want to go to the movies tonight? Because me and this chick, we had stopped doing stuff. We had stopped going out with each other. So I'm like, I'm going to go to the movies and I'm going to post me from the movies. Just going to get a type. But I'm going to tell her I went to the movies by myself. I'm going to just lie. I went to the movies by myself. Right? So she, what you call it, right? She look at the phone. She turns white like a ghost. She turns white like a ghost. She realizes her phone hasn't been tampered with. She has a sigh of relief. Almost like she was happy that nothing was to come. Hold on, let me run this to this desk right quick, which is right here. It's right here. I'm about to tell you how to rest. Because it got another little turn to it. I just got to put this on this table. Trying to get my little cash. Yeah, I heard it. Give me 1 second. I'm coming back. I know people don't like breaks in the stories. It's too expensive. I'm back. So I can finish telling the story. Right? So boom. She reached for her phone. It's like she's seen a ghost. Let me go from that story. She comes around the bend. When she comes around the bend, immediately she notices that her phone light is on. She looks at the table and she see me on my phone, and she look and see her. She could have ran. You know how people speed walk? You know how people be doing them speed walk competitions? It look funny. She basically walked like that for the little 6 steps to the table. Gets to the phone, sees her phone, her eyes get even wider. She thinks she's caught. She realizes nothing been open. She sigh of relief. So she clicks the messages. Now this is what I'm saying. I didn't see her do this because she's standing up and I'm sitting down and I'm across the table from her, right? But I know she did this because she made a mistake. Nervousness make you make a mistake, right? So what she did was, while she's standing up, she checks her messages, right? Now, when she checks her messages, she goes to put her phone back down because you got to be non-suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. When you're cheating, the phone means a lot. And keeping yourself from getting caught, the phone means a lot. Sometimes you got to have your phone face up, unlocked. Because if you do that, you got to be brazen so that they can think, nah, they wouldn't be cheating because their phone just be open around me, right? But you cheating the whole time. Whole time you ain't worth nothing. You a slum, right? So she puts her phone down, but you know how touchscreen phones are now. Sometimes they just be a little bit haywire. So when she puts her phone down, back in the same position, as soon as she puts it on the table, I look, like it got me, right? I looked, right, but I tried to look in a way where she couldn't see me look, but I looked to see if she locked her phone when she put it back down, right? Because I was gonna be like, yeah, you stifling, right? But she didn't lock it. She left it open, and then what happened? Soon as that table, the phone touched the table, and I looked, the phone went from the screen it was on to inside the messages. Her Facebook Messenger opened up. Who? So now look, when she went to walk away. She went to do it all in her motion. Put the phone down like it was nothing and walk away. When she took a step away, she kind of realized, I guess it, you know how things play in your mind a second later? It played in her mind a second later, so she turned around and went to, but I had already looked. Who was the first person? Who was the first person in her inbox? That nigga. It's I was like, dang, this the nigga? I said, dang, you would know was sad. At least the girls I cheat on you with is like my exes. There's girls that I fuck with. I hold them in high regard. At least I hold them in higher regard than you, because you know what I'm saying. Because you know what I'm saying. But like, this is who you went with. You don't, first of all, you don't know where you at, so you don't know that you messing with the bottom of the totem pole right now. You messing with the lowest of the low, basically. This is the runner. This is the person who gets smacked in the back of the head. God telling me to chill. It's the truth though. This the person, like, I see so much stuff. We've done so much stuff to him. That was the funny part about it, but that be common sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That be the nigga that God be like, yeah, you used to bully this guy. He later on in life, you're gonna fall succumb to lust, and you're gonna chase after a thought. You're gonna get with a thought, and you're not gonna realize that a thought is anybody. And what he gonna do? He gonna forget you. Maybe or maybe I don't know. I say I'm trying to give him that body. You know what I'm saying? I don't really actually know if they did or not, because I don't know, but I assume they did. Trying to use this dang app while I'm doing this thing, and it's messing up the whole. Trying to use this dang app while I'm doing this thing, and it's messing up the whole live, right? But dang, baby, I always wanted to be like, I ain't never see for sure if they did anything, but she the type of girl that give it up fast. I had another story about another chick who did a lot of cheating. Anytime you beat a chick and y'all real fast, like the first time you meet her, y'all get a bad place, that is not the girl for you to wife. That is not the girl for you to wife. But I'm gonna tell her story, because I be wanting to say, you want to, and then we got together and you wasn't, but I should have known that because of the place that I first met you at. It wasn't like a place that a female of any outstandingness would want to have her box open in. Like, should have known that. Nah, but the deceit game, you gotta be careful. The deceit game is at an all-time high. It is at an all-time high, and it's taking no prisoners. Dead ass. She was. Now I know she was. I don't know if she was fucking him, but I know she was fucking mad other niggas. Like, I be telling my homeboys, they be mad surprised, and I be like, yo, y'all don't think these girls be fucking a lot of dudes? And they be like, nah, I think 30 bodies is a lot. I'm like, 30 bodies is a lot. 30. These girls be having 100 bodies. Facts. That's wild dishonesty. Yeah, that was. So this how I know that same girl was having sex with bad dudes. She left her phone in my car, right? She left her phone in my car one day, and the text was going off. And I was at the point where I had already been through a phone or two in my life. If you've been through a phone or two in your life, you don't really have the desire to go through phones, because what you see is going to be too crazy. Even though you know what's going on, it's going to go, oh my God, like, oh fuck, right? It's going to make you feel you're going to feel bad about yourself. You're going to feel like a simp, right? Come on. All right? So I'm looking at her phone as the text come through, and it's a different nigga every time. Yo, that shit had me like, what? I started making sound effects. What? It was about 10 different niggas. No fucking lie. And about 3 of them that I remember was asking her if she still wanted the money. So I'm like, oh, she out here selling her cootie. Like, I was like, yo, that's crazy. How did I come across this? Like, but by then I was done with her. Like, I was done. Once you done with somebody, like, I was done with that. It was no rekindling that. It was no rekindling that. Seeing that, by the time I seen that, oh yeah, my brakes. That's the winter brakes. By the time I seen that, it was already a done deal. You know what I'm saying? It was already finito. But seeing that just seeing that just solidified it. Pardon me. I'm over here doing that coughing thing. Seeing that just really solidified it for me, man. I was sitting here, her phone rang, and I reached in the seat, and it was you know how stuff could get stuck between the seat where you sit at. So I had to reach in the cushion of the seat, and I felt something, and then it buzzed again. So I pulled the phone out, and then when I pulled it out, I looked at it. It was right in the chair. I looked at it, and it was a dude name. It was a dude name with a bunch of emojis next to it. Like she put emojis and shit next to it. And it was some wild message, right? Then before I could look away, another nigga texted her. Another nigga, different name, different emojis. And he was saying like, yo, when we going, when you free again? Something like that. It was like, I couldn't see the whole message. Like, when you free, AG ... So I'm like, when you free again, basically, right? Then it was another dude texting her. Then another dude texted her. Then it was a dude who just texted her the wet signs, right? It was dude. It was mad. Yo, when I tell you, it was mad dudes texting her. It was mad dudes texting her. So as I'm driving, right, I'm looking down and I'm seeing that another dude texted her, and it said something about money. And a few texts went and I couldn't see it or whatever. And because that phone would turn on every time, and the text would read on the top of the screen, but her phone was locked, right? I didn't even try to unlock it. I give it $1.50 with you. I didn't even try to unlock it or nothing like that. I ain't, let me figure out what her code is. None of that, right? So I just was looking at the thing like, yo, that's disgusting. Then another dude, I'm telling you, it was at least 10 names. It was at least 9 names, 10 names for sure, and it was more. It was definitely more. But I don't want to give like a number like 15 or 20, and I don't think it was that high. I think it was probably like about 13 or 14 different. But I was paying attention. Some of them was just numbers. A few, like 2 or 3 of them was just numbers. I was like, yo, that's fucking. You know how disgusted that'll make you as a person when you realize the person that you sleep with, like the person that you sleep with is a slore. That, man, that's a different kind of. It make you be like, oh man, I was that stupid. Yeah, you was that stupid. But that's my time. Chat. These are the Slum Facts.